Let us start our next topic, that is quality of population. The quality of population depends upon the literacy rate. The quality of population depends upon literacy rate, health of a person indicated by life expectancy, and skill formation acquired by the people of the country. The quality of the population ultimately decide the growth rate of the country. Illiterate and unhealthy population are a liability for the economy. Literate and healthy population are an asset. So in the starting of the chapter, I have already explained you about assets and about about asset and about liability. The same thing has been given here, that which population would be proved as asset and which population would be proved as liability. Asset is something which provide profit to us. Liability is something which will bring loss for us. Now what kind of population? Now in terms of population, when we will talk about them, what kind of population will be asset? Population which is healthy means this is the portion of the population on which the government is not required to spend their further resources for the maintenance of their health, like to incur their diseases and for their treatment purposes. And the population who is educated. What kind of population will be liability? Which is not healthy and not educated and do not have skills. The same thing has been explained here. Education. Sakal's education in the initial years of his life bore him the fruits in the later years in terms of good job and salary. We saw education was an important input for the growth of Sakal. It opened new horizon for him, provided new aspiration and developed values of life. Not only for Sakal, education contributes towards the growth of society also. It enhances national income, cultural richness, and increase the efficiency of governance. There is a provision made for providing universal access, retention and quality in elementary education with a special emphasis on girls. There is also an establishment of pace setting of schools like Navodaya Vidyalaya in each district. Vocational streams have been developed to equip large number of high school students with occupation related to knowledge and skills. The plan outlay on education has increased from rupees 151 crore in the first plan to rupees 3,766 crore in the 11th plan. The expenditure on education as a percentage of GDP rose from 0.64% in 1951-52 to 3.3% in 2013 14. Now there is a lot of things have been given here. What it is saying, that Sakal education in the initial years of his life, as we have studied that example in which Sakal parents understood the importance of education and helped Sakal to get a better education, and in his later phase of life he utilized that education and his skills which he gained in his childhood, and in response of all these skills he got a job. Yes, he got a job in good job and with good salary. So we saw how education is important input for the growth of Sakal. But now the question arises, does this job which Sakal got only help in the development of Sakal? Doesn't it have any contribution in the development of society? No, it does. If Sakal is educated and he got a good job, now we can completely take it for granted that the children of Sakal will also get good education, good manners. They will be get educated in good school, and in their later phase they will be get employment in good firms, or or they will either they will become doctor, engineer, teachers, pilot, so on and so forth. So now the children of Sakal become an asset for the country, and Sakal is also an asset for the country. They are helping in the development of country. But if we take the example here that Sakal do not get any education and he get involved in the field of robbery, okay, in the field of robbery, in the field of murdering, in the field of terrorism, and same happen with his children. So now aren't they liability for the society, or are they contributing to the development of society? No, they are contributing badly for the society, or they are taking society backwards, not forward. So society also get the benefit of the people who are asset for the country. It opened new horizons for him, provided new aspiration and developed values of life. Now he has good money, so he will use this money for getting some new more skills, or to maintain his life in a better way. He will also contribute some money which is left by by keeping all the savings in the banks, or by utilizing all his salary for his works. He will utilize also some money also for the development, for the development of society in some way, like providing money in some branches of the agencies which are working for those children who do not get education on their own, some agencies who are working for those people who can't afford money for their health. So he will also contribute for these things, okay. So not only for Sakal, education contribute towards the growth of society also. It enhances national income, cultural richness, and increase the efficiency of governance. Now we will understand how it enhance cultural richness. Firstly, cultural richness is enhanced, like Sakal have left with good amount of money after his regular spending, and now he will utilize this money not only purchasing cloth of his own culture, but also another cultural clothes which are getting sold in his area but are little bit expensive. But now he have money, so he will get, or you can say purchase these clothes. First, in this way, in terms of money wise term, cultural richness get enhanced. Second way, suppose Sakal got posted, like he is from Gujarat, let's say, and now he get posted in Punjab by his firm. So now doesn't he will learn the culture of Punjab and also bring this culture in his own area when he will return, or even he will, when he will go in Punjab, so doesn't he will carry culture of Gujarat in Punjab, okay. So in this way cultural richness is enhanced, and also it increase the efficiency of governance. How the efficiency of governance got enhanced, students? Okay, tell me, when our government will be more and more efficient? It will become more and more efficient when it will be truly capable of imparting or providing justice, for providing benefit to the poor, okay. So these two are the most important, upliftment for the poor. So these are the most important functions of the government. Now when it will be capable of providing good justice, when our government will have people who are capable enough in their skills, so they can do justice in society. Like when people who are good judges, who are good lawyers, who are good policemen, who are good administrators, when they will become efficient, when people will become efficient in all these fields, when they will have good education, when they will have good training, when they are get educated in good schools, so they have good values. Okay, so doesn't the government become more and more efficient by their skills? Now when government will be able to provide, when government will be able to provide benefit to the poor, when it themselves have resources, means when government has resources, only then it will be able to impart these resources. When government will have resources, when people will pay tax, when the national income or GDP of the country will get enhanced, when people will pay tax, when they are get more enrolled in organized sectors, when their income get recognized, when they will have job, when they have education, when they have skills, when they have training. Okay, how national income will contribute it will enhance when people earn more and more income, more and more production happen in the country, more and more products get sold. When these all things will happen, like production increase, income increase, and products get sold, when there are people who want to purchase things, when people will purchase things, when they have money in their hand. How they will have money in their hand? By their skills. When they will do job, when they will do business, when they have skills. Okay, and now government will utilize this money for the upliftment of poor by providing schemes, by launching schemes, by providing subsidies to the farmers. Okay, so in this way this whole concept goes on. Now there is a provision made for providing universal access, retention and quality in elementary education, special emphasis on girls. Means now there an emphasis has been made in our system that elementary education, that is till to the class of 8th or till to the 14 years of age, education has been made compulsory, especially for girls, like setting up Navodaya Vidyalaya in each district, vocational streams, high schools. Okay, firstly in first plan 151 crore has been spent for the education, and this amount has been enhanced to 3766 crore in 11th plan, and the portion of GDP has also gone through 0.64 to 3.3% in 1951, 1952 to 2013 and 14. Now what has been written here? Human beings is a positive asset and a precious natural resource which needs to be cherished, nurtured and developed with tenderness and care, coupled with dynamism. Each individual growth presents a different range of problems and requirements. The catalytic action of education in this complex and dynamic growth process needs to be planned meticulously and executed with great sensitivity. National Education Policy 1986. Literacy rates in India. Person, male, female. 1951 literacy rate, means this is overall. As you can see that male literacy rate is more throughout all the censuses and female literacy is low. This is pointing out gender discrimination in our society, and it goes from 20%, like we are taking male 20, 35 near about same, 45, 50, 75 and 85%, and in the same with female 10, 20, 25, 28, like this near about 40, this near about 52 as something 52, and this is about 65%. So this is the category wise division. Now study the graph and answer the following question. Has the literacy rates of the population increased since 1951? Yes. In which year India has the highest literacy rate? In 2011. Why literacy rate is high among the males of India? Because of preference of education for male child. Why are women less educated than men? Because of gender discrimination. How would you calculate literacy rate in India? Yeah, this is an important question. How you will calculate? Literacy rate is defined in the terms like one can read the paragraph, who can be considered literate, who can read, who can do basic calculation. Okay, what is your projection about India's literacy rate in 2020? Yeah, it will increase. Or till to where it will go? Like in 2020 we are estimating it near about 90%, if it has become 85% in 2011. If it has become like 82%, if it, then it will be, goes like till to 85%. If we go through this graph, note the overall literacy rate. I'm talking about male, and if we take the overall, then it is near about 75%, so it will go near about 77% in 2020. Now let us move further. The literacy rate have increased from 18% in 1951 to 74% in 2010 and 11. Literacy is not only a right, it is also needed if the citizens are to perform their duties and enjoy their rights properly. Yes, when the people are educated, only then they are aware about their rights. However, a vast difference is noticed across different sections of population. Literacy among males is nearly 16.6% higher than females. It is about 16.1% higher in urban areas as compared to rural areas. Yes, in 2011, literacy rate varied from 94% in Kerala to 62% in Bihar. This is also area-wise discrimination and also population-wise. The primary school system has expanded to over 7.68 lakhs in 2004-05. Unfortunately, this huge expansion of school has been diluted by the poor quality of schooling and high dropout rates. Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan is a significant step towards providing elementary education to all children in the age group of 6 to 14 years by 2010. It is a bound initiative of the central government in partnership with the states, the local government and the community for achieving the goal of universalization of elementary education. Means this plan has been done in collaboration with state government, central government and the community who are working for the purpose of education, and this program is for the universalization of elementary education, that all the people in the country, in the world need to be educated at least till to the elementary education. Along with it, bridge courses and back to school camps have been initiated to increase the enrollment in elementary education. Midday meal scheme has been implemented to encourage attendance and retention of children and improve their nutritional status. These policies could add to the literate population of India. The 11th plan endeavored to increase the enrollment in higher education of the 18 to 23 years age group to 15% by 2011-12 and to 21% by the 12th plan. The strategy focused on the increasing access, quality, adoption of state-specific curriculum modification, vocationalization and networking on the use of information technology. The plan also focuses on distant education, convergence of formal, non-formal, distance and IT education institutions. Over the past 50 years, there has been a significant growth in the number of university and institutions of higher learning in specialized areas. Let us read the table to see the increase in number of college, universities, enrollment of students and recruitment of teachers since 1951 to 2011-12 and 2012-13. Okay, so now let us decipher this information. What has been said here, that literacy increased from 18% to 74% when we took the case from first year plan and 11th plan. But this literacy has been different across different section of population. Like in males it is nearly 16.6 and in females it is about 16.1, and it is also higher in urban areas as compared to rural areas. Okay. Now it is also differentiated in area wise. Like in Kerala literacy is 94% but it is 62% in Bihar. Primary schools has been expanded to 7.68 lakh in 2004-5, but this is not the case with secondary schools or higher secondary schools and other institutions for providing higher educations. And these huge expansion of school is also directed by means the quality of education which has been provided in this school is not as per the requirement and expectations. Now to improve this, and there are dropout rates are also high. Now to improve these situations, Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan is a significant step that launched to improve the elementary education. Now what are the provision of this Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan? It want to improve the enrollment of 6 to 14 years of children, and this is with central government, with state, with local government and with community for achieving universalization of elementary education. Now what it entails in itself, along with it, back to school camps have been initiated and midday meal schemes, so for eating food and for food is getting provided in the schools in Anganwadi. So to get the food and to also improve the nutritional status, children will join the schools and attendance will improve and population of India will become literate. Now 11th plan. In 11th plan we focus on the enrollment in higher education of the 18 to 23 years. Here the things have been talking about elementary education. Here we are talking about higher education of the 18 to 23 to 15%, means now we do not have the population at least near about 15% which is enrolled in higher education to 21% by 12th plan. Now the strategy focus on increasing access, quality, adoption of state specific. Now in this step we are trying to provide state specific curriculum, because if we launch a program, single program for all the state, then it will not be a good idea, as you have already seen that the literacy is 62% in Bihar but it is 94% in Kerala. So when one program will be launched, then the people of Kerala may be capable of getting themselves familiar with that program, but people of Bihar may not be capable. So state specific curriculum modification, vocationalization and networking on the use of information technology, means what it is saying, it is also trying to impart good education of information technology, of vocationalization, of quality, of adoption. Now convergence of formal, non-formal, distant, IT education means all kind of education is trying to enhance for the group of 18 to 23 years from 15 to 21%. All the kind of group like formal, non-formal, distance, IT education, formal, non-formal, distance, IT. Over the past 50 years, there has been a significant growth in the number of university and institutions. To see the increase in the number of college, university means since the last 50 years, the number of institutions in our country in terms of college, university, schools and higher education, and specifically related to the fields like information technology, mathematics, engineering, science, medical science, these have improved, which form the base of highly educated and skilled person in our country. Now we are going to see how this has been changed from 1951 to 2011-12. In 1950-51, number of colleges is 750, and these improved to 2012-13 to 37,204. Number of university 30, they have become 723. Students enrolled 2,63,000, it become 28 lakh. Teachers 24,000, data not available. Okay, so even you consider it like 1,000, and it's 38,000 approx value I am saying. So this is 38% rise. Okay, if this is 30, let's consider it as, by taking them in the ratio of like, consider 10 as 10%, then sorry, in this way it will not be work. Yeah, number of universities are 30 and it get enhanced to 723. Now even if we take in the ratio of like 100, so out of 100 they are 30, but when we take it in the 800 approx value I am taking about, or near about value is 100, so it enhanced, how many times it has enhanced, you can clearly see it from 30 to 723. Students also increased from like approximately, if you take 2.5 lakh here, then 28 lakh means, even if you take it the value approximately 3 lakh to 28 lakh, so you can clearly see the difference. Is the increase in the number of colleges adequate to admit the increasing number of students? No. If it will be adequate, then why the number of colleges are getting increased? See, college only get increased if they are in the sector, private sector, only when they are getting benefit or profit. How they are getting profit? Because number of children getting enrolled there. Why number of children getting enrolled there? Because they are not getting admission in public universities or government universities. So government universities also need to be get expanded. Do you think we should have more number of universities? Yes. What is the increase noticed among the teachers in the year 1998-99? 3,21,000 from the year 24,000. What is your idea about future colleges and universities? That they need to be more and more appropriate and efficient in terms of technology, on providing technology based skills. Okay.